With nearly 50% of all data centers either delayed or cancelled, the real demand for memory chips is going down. So why are RAM prices not going down? Because data centers were the original reason why they were so high, right? Yes, but while the cancellation of data centers is going on, other reasons are popping up why RAM prices are still increasing. It's legitimately because we can't catch a break. Number one, the Strait of Hormuz. Now you might have heard of that one. It's a small passage that happens to be controlled by Iran, which was recently attacked by the US, which was probably the dumbest fucking decision I have ever seen a leader do in the time I was alive, leading to the strait being closed. How is this connected to RAM? Well, to produce the chips, you need a bunch of different resources, for example, helium and bromine, and South Korea exports around 64% of their helium through the Strait of Hormuz and bromine from Israel and Jordan. And South Korea is where Samsung and SK produce their chips, which are the producers of about 70% of the entire industry's RAM, which they can no longer produce because the material is missing. And even if the product was there, Samsung is still currently facing a huge strike, with around 70% of their workforce striking, because the high profits they worked for did not lead to any raises, which honestly I completely understand. If my company made record profits and I didn't get shit from it, I would be mad too, because I worked for that. And even if the strike was not there, everything would be run properly. There's another thing that I already talked about, TurboQuant, which is Google's new compression system, which makes AI learn 6 times faster. And you would think this means AI data centers don't really need all that RAM anymore. Yes, you are correct. But throughout history, we have seen something called the Jevons paradox, which basically says the more efficient something is, the more people use it. Like, for example, your phone. You don't start using your phone less because it suddenly became faster at loading your next TikTok. You would probably, matter of fact, use it even more. And the same logic is applied here. Because AI learning is now more efficient, more companies are going to do it, and on a bigger scale. And even if that was not an issue, we still have the problem that these AI companies like Microsoft and any other company that invested in AI basically has a deal, like an actual contract with Samsung and SK to buy the memory chips, meaning Microsoft has to buy them and they can only sell them to Microsoft. Yeah, fuck.